Okay. There we go. Happy Wednesday. We're getting close to the new moon, and there is a solar eclipse, which is quite impactful this time. So I've already sent you Donna Page's report on that in email. So if you want to look at that, she asked some such good questions to make you think about what it is you want and what to decide for yourself and how to implement. So the subscribers won't have that, but they can write me for it if they want to give me their email. But for you, I have a quotation by Hermann Hesse, or is it Hesse? I'm not sure how he pronounces it. But the quotation is, "There is no reality except the one contained within us." I'm going to repeat that. There is no reality except the one contained within us. That is why so many people live such an unreal life. They take the images outside them for reality and never allow the world within to assert itself. So this is where introspection and meditation, that's the real. And all of this out here is people reacting, our reactions, our thoughts and feelings and all of those things that are sensations, which is fine. But when it comes down to reality, that's our higher self and our connection to our higher self and source. So I just think that's a beautiful way he put it. But it's true. That is why so many people live such an unreal life. They're just bouncing all over the place. And I've been there, done that. There's no judgment ever because we're all at different places in our growth. But, and that's not to say I don't react now, but it's certainly a lot less than it ever was. So we'll use a couple of our mudras that we learned in Saturday's workshop. And we'll just get going here. Oh, I was rolling around on the roller, so I'll move that out of the way. Just come into easy pose or your form of lotus. And I'm going to suggest for our centering that you take your two fingers like the Boy Scout salute, but your index finger and long finger on both hands, hold your thumb over the ring and pinky fingers, and just extend your arms out and place your fingertips on the earth, on the floor, representing the earth, and sit tall. And we're going to just sit here and breathe and get quiet for a little while because it's just so positive. And this is where we're releasing through those two fingers touching the ground. So relax and come into your sacred space. Think about the earth underneath you. And just be still for a little while here. I'll come back to you in a few minutes. Breathe long and slow, deep breaths. If you wish to chant verbally or mentally the root chakra mantra is LAM, L-A-M. All right, and we'll return now. If you want to release the mudra and just place your hands on your knees, palms facing up or down, that's fine. Or you can leave your fingers there while we breathe and center a little more. But for now, just focus on your breath. Allow your breath to return to just a natural pace and rhythm, and notice how that is for you. And notice your thoughts and any emotions that are underlying your mood. And then check in with your body and see how your muscles and joints are feeling. If there's any tightness or pain or anything that you need to address during your practice, or just be aware of. And we can use our affirmation from the root chakra. I am always safe, grounded, and protected at the very core of my being. I'm always safe, grounded, and protected at the very core of my being. And then just turn your palms up, fingers straight out, and breathe, arms up overhead. Deep breath. And breathe out as you lower your arms down. So breathe in peace. And breathe out blessings to all. That includes health, well-being. Breathe in peace. And breathe out blessings to all. And one more round. Rest your palms on your knees for 2 breaths. Notice how you feel. Excuse me. And softly open your eyes. And we'll start our yoga moves. I have to watch out for my cat. All right, stretch your legs out, shake out your knees, rub your palms together, create some heat, and then massage one knee. Just let that heat soak in. If you need more heat, just rub your hands together a little more and nurture your knee. And then again, we'll work with the other knee. Everyone has healing energy come through their palms. You don't have to be trained. It's perfectly natural, especially with intention. So Reiki is excellent. It's great. And you have your natural ability. Just remember that. All right. So come in onto the toes. We'll rock a little bit, loosening up our ankles and toes. As you press back, let your back stretch. Lengthen in your spine and your sacrum. All right. Now just separate your feet. We'll come into a stretch to open the hips. Preparing for Malasana. And then come into center, down on both feet. Bring palms together and press your knees a little wider if they'll go. Bring your thumbs into your chest. Whoops, bonk. or your sternum. And lengthen in your spine, open your hips. You can kind of waddle side to side. I was at the health store last week and a little girl was in there showing me her yoga. She was adorable. So cute. Now, just take your two fingers like you did early on and keep pressing your knees open, but just bring your fingertips down. We'll use our mudra, our Bu mudra. Bu means earth in Sanskrit, or Bhumi means earth mother. And then separate your fingers, extend your palms forward and lift your hips, step your feet back. And just stretch heels down, walking in place. Bring a little shoulder stretch in as you pull down. Just warming up your body, preparing. And then come forward, let your knees down and bring your elbows onto the mat and circle around in your wrists. Reverse direction. Bring some energy down into your fingers. And stretch into puppy stretch. Let's reach your arms forward. Bring your chest and shoulders down. And then lift up, palms on the mat, and bring your hips forward. We'll give a little arch and a stretch for our psoas muscles. Just kind of roll side to side. And hang in traction. All right, now let's press up into downward facing dog. If you need a little more traction, press your index finger, the inside of your palm, and your thumb pad more firmly into the mat. All right, and just step your right leg forward, foot in between your palms. Press through the heel on your back foot. And again, bring your index finger and second finger onto the mat and lift up. Try to use the strength of your legs rather than all the pressure on your fingertips, but just allow your hips to relax into the stretch. Lift in your torso, your chin. Relax more in your hips. And then bring your palms down into sun pose. And lift, switch feet. Bring your left leg forward. Fingertips, index and long finger, and lengthen into sun pose. And then let your palms down and come into the classic sun pose. And then bring the weight forward and step the back foot in. Hang in ragdoll. And if you like, you can come around side to side, just swing a little bit gently so you don't fall over. And then take your arms back by your hips, bend your knees, lower down, press into chair pose, bring arms overhead, and engage your core muscles. Draw the navel and your abdomen in and up. Okay. Just kind of check to make sure your knees are over the center line of your foot. For many people, that's the second toe. And bring your arms parallel to the floor. Breathe. And reach forward through your fingertips and back through your hips, like you're sitting down. And if you want to, it's optional. You can come all the way down into a deep knee bend. Now press the heels down. And let me try that again. Try to come with control. Let the heels down and press back up. Bring arms up overhead. Engage hips and thighs. Reach up and go to the back. Open the chest. Standing back bend. Just keep going a little further. Reach. Palms can be together if you want. Lengthen, elongate your spine. Now open your arms, open your chest. Press down in your feet and roll back up. Bring palms into Anjali Mudra. And if you're not already at the front end of your mat, just step forward on your mat. And we'll come into Warrior One. Breathe. Soften your knees, reach back with your right leg. Breathe, arms up overhead. You can overlap one thumb if you want to keep the palms together. Lift up and back a little bit. And reach up with your breath and pivot into Warrior Two pose. Just perfect your alignment. Shoulders straight or arms straight out from your shoulders, gaze over the front knee. If you need a little more warming up, just breathe the knee in, and breathe it out. All right, and a little stretch. Just turn your body halfway between center and your left knee. Bring your arms around behind you, hold on to your wrists or elbows. Keep the legs in proper alignment for your Warrior Two. Breathe. And breathe out as you lower down in front of your left thigh. Just come down. Maintain the strength in your legs. Press into the ground. And now lift the crown, breathe your way back up into warrior two legs. Bring your arms back out. And bring that knee in. We'll come into Trikonasana, the triangle. So just give a little wiggle to your hips. And we'll start from here, take in your breath. Press down in the front hip, the left hip, and reach out. Now keep the torso straight, the ribs. You're taking this stretch in the hips. Press through the right hip, reach out through your arms, shoulders forward. And when your body is as far as it can go, then switch your arms into a full triangle pose. Beautiful. Gaze upward into your palm. Knees are straight. So we're in the sign of Sagittarius right now. Bring your right palm down to meet your left, just as though you're pulling the string on a bow. Draw your right fingers up your arm across your chest and reach it up. Again, coming down, palms together, slide and reach. And press down through your feet, reach up and out, elongate. Beautiful. And we're just going to turn towards the right for warrior two here. Take in your breath and bend your right knee out. If you want some vinyasa moves to warm up more and loosen up, and come into your warrior two stance, perfect the pose. Remember to engage your core muscles here, in and up. Open the front knee and you'll have it. Legs are working. Press feet firmly into the ground. And bring your arms around behind you. Turn your torso a quarter turn. And lower down in front of the right thigh. Stretch. This is nice for opening the hips and the back. Keep the legs working. And now press back up. Use the strength of your legs. Hold the alignment. And come back into warrior two. And breathe the knee in. Wiggle hips once again. Press down. So you're taking your hips to the left. I'm going to have to move my kitty girl. She's clawing at me, wanting to play or be petted. So excuse me 1 second while I take her upstairs. You can continue with your triangle. Sorry, I thought we would try it with her. She was being pretty calm and now she wants to play. So, all right, so out into your triangle form, shoulders facing front, and a nice straight line from your hips so that you're not bending. Some people bend down. They think that it's important to get to the floor. Well, that's not it. It's not about that. It's about stretching this front leg. So we want to press down in the hinge of the front hip, press through the back hip, open that hip, but keep a straight line in your spine all the way to your tailbone. Gaze upward. Here is where you can relax into it and get more stretch. And then you'll come to the floor with your hand. Nice straight line in the spine. Now press down in the feet. Lift back up out of your pose. Come back into warrior two. So we started in warrior one on the first side. So we just reversed everything. So turn your palms up, pivot towards the front leg, and bring the back heel up. Lift. And then bring palms into prayer hands, pull back and step it in. All right. Standing twist, just letting go of any intensity. And back to center. Now, an idea just came to mind. So I'd like to play with it. And we'll use our mudra for the third chakra. So for subscribers, I'm going to come in a little closer. So you take the long finger, press the finger pads together, then press the knuckles of the index fingers, then the ring and pinky fingers, and then the thumbs together. So it looks like this. This is Vajra mudra. It's for strength, power, clarity, third chakra, which is in the solar plexus. So just bring your thumbs to touch your abdomen. Feet forward, planted in the ground. Taking a deep breath. As you exhale, engage your core, lift it in and up. Shift the weight to your right foot and lift your left knee. Focus on a spot. Just lift your knee. You can bring your foot towards that knee and then open it out to the side in tree pose. Now, Take your hands, let your foot down, and lift your hands up. Keep it in mudra, and then bring it back down to your solar plexus. Taking a breath. Shift the weight over to your left foot. Lift your right leg. Just bend your knee, lift. If you want, you can bring your toes in to touch the inside of your knee. And then open out into tree pose. Focusing on a spot. Press down through the foot. Lift up like a tree. And then step out and shoot your arrows up and back down. So the first mudra we did, the one with the fingertips on the earth, that helps with anxiety and restlessness. It releases that into the earth. And then Vajra is empowerment. What else did we have for that? So what it does is it assists in building self-esteem. Because when we're not in self-esteem, we're reacting with control issues, with anger, with different reactions, manipulation, things like that. So this helps us to balance our solar plexus chakra. So engage your core muscles again, take in your breath, shift the weight over to your right foot, lift your left knee up, focus on a spot. And open out into tree, best you can. And just bring arms up overhead. Open the knee and release. Come back down to prayer hands. Come into the mudra, Vajra mudra once again. Take in your breath. Shift the weight to your left. Come back. Oh, just lift the knee in front initially. Grow your roots down through your left ankle. And open out into tree. Open the knee, press it open. And bring palms together. Reach up. And step out and bring palms back to prayer hands. Now, okay. Let's come down onto the mat for a twist. A simple twist initially. Bring your feet together. Bring them in. Wrap your right arm around your knees. Reach up. Bring your middle finger in. Take your thumb over it. Reach up. Come around into your twist. Just touch your fingertips to the floor. So it'll be your index finger, your ring finger, and your pinky finger. Breathe. Breath is life. And coming out of your twist, reach up, release the mudra. Bring your arm around your knees, your other arm, so your left arm. Scoop forward and up. Bring your long finger in, your second finger, thumb over it. Reach up, lift in your spine. Bring your arm down and touch your fingertips to the floor. And breathe your arm back up. Release the mudra and come back around to the front. Now, come down onto your back. Just one more little stretch, another twist, but on your back so you can completely relax, and it'll be preparation for your Shavasana. So arms out to the side, probably palms down, knees bent. Lift your right leg up and over, and then bring your knees into your chest. Lengthen out in your spine, shoulders down, breathe. And breathe out as you take your legs over to the left and head opposite. Relax your knees down. Breathe. Breathe in peace and well-being. Now, roll your low back, your sacrum back onto the floor. Your knees will come up. Switch your legs, cross the other one over. Breathe. And exhale as you go over to your right. Head left, shoulders down. Breathe. Breathe in peace and well-being. And roll your sacrum down onto the mat. Uncross your legs. Bring your arms to your sides or close to your sides. Turn palms up. Slide your right heel out on the diagonal to the right. Left heel, slide it along the mat till the leg is straight. If you need to, you can lift your hips and roll them under, relaxing your low back more fully into the mat, into the ground. I am always safe, grounded, and protected at the very core of my being. Safe, grounded, and protected at your very core. Use this opportunity to go into your true reality, the one within you. The real one. the one we're taught is imagination, or it's all in your head. No, you're real-ity, reality. Now start to come back from your inner landscape. Sorry. And just take your hands into the Bu mudra and turn your fingertips down, touching the earth, releasing any residual during your shavasana. And then start to wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe take your head side to side, loosen in your neck. Slide your feet together and lift your knees up to your chest. And roll to one side, press up into sitting. Bring your hands into whatever mudra you feel would be appropriate for you in this moment to seal in the benefits of your practice today. To seal in your intention. And once again, Hermann Hesse, there is no reality except the one contained within us. That is why so many people live such an unreal life. They take the images outside of them for reality and never allow the world within to assert itself. So honoring that part of you, bring palms into prayer hands, Anjali Mudra. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me, sharing our yoga practice, our mudras, our divine love. Peace and well-being to all. Namaste. Makes you just want to stay on the mat, doesn't it?
Yes.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Nice. I hadn't done yoga in over a month. I was thinking,
Oh,
it was like the last Wednesday in October whenever I had to leave class because I was losing my balance. I was lightheaded.
that's
Oh,
right.
that's right. I remember that.
Wow.
How was it tonight? Did you feel pretty okay?
Yeah, I felt, yeah.
Yes.
I felt like
Good.
I was home with
Yes.
my clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Let me turn